Once upon a time, 3 billy goats lived in a stony field near a bridge that went across a little river. There was a big billy goat who has long whiskers and big strong horns. Then there was a middle-sized billy goat who had small curly horns, but was not old enough to have whiskers. And then there was a little billy goat who had no horns and no whiskers, but he was never afraid of anything. Now across the river was a hillside just covered with delicious juicy green grass. But under the bridge lived a mean old troll. He was a scary thing, with eyes as big as teacups and a long crooked nose. And he thought that the bridge was his and would not allow anyone to cross it. Well, one day the billy goats could not find any more grass on their side of the river, and this is what happened.
Look over there. Look at that beautiful grass. Look over here. We have nothing except for stone.
You're right, brother. It sure does make me even hungrier when I see all that good food across the Troll's Bridge. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm sick and tired of being so hungry, and I'm just going to go across the Troll's Bridge and eat and eat and eat.
Come back here, little Billy. That troll's a mean one. He's gonna be sure to eat you up.
Don't you worry about a thing, Big Billy. I'm hungry, and besides, I'm not afraid of that old troll.
The little billy goat headed out and started walking across the bridge. The troll, hearing the clip-clop, clip-clop, clip-clop of the little billy goat's hooves on the bridge, hollered out in a gruff voice.
Wait a minute! Who is that on my bridge?
Hello, Mr. Troll, sir. I'm little Billy Goat, and
Being a very rude and not very nice creature, the troll interrupted Billy Goat in mid-sentence and yelled out,
What are you doing on my bridge?
I'm just going over the bridge to eat some nice green grass on the hillside.
Oh, no, you're not. You just get off my bridge this very minute or I'll come up and eat you up.
I wouldn't do that. I'm little and skinny, but my big brother will be along soon, and he's much bigger and fatter than I am. Why don't you wait for him?
Bigger and fatter than you are? Then run along and quickly before I change my mind.
And so fearless little Billy Goat finished crossing the bridge, ran up the hillside, and started eating as his hungry brothers watched from across the river.
Just look at little Billy over there eating his head off. The troll didn't bother him a bit. I don't care what happens, I'm going to try to get across the bridge too.
You better not try it. That mean old troll's hungry. I'll eat and he'll eat you all up.
I don't care. I'm hungry. Here I go.
And off went Middle Billy Goat, headed across the troll's bridge. And hearing the clip-clop of Middle Billy Goat's hooves, the troll bellowed,
Who's that walking on my bridge?
Well, my name is Middle Billy Goat, and
What are you doing on my bridge?
the mean old troll asked angrily.
I'm just crossing it to join my little brother on the hillside and eat some of the delicious fresh green grass there.
You better get off this bridge this minute or I'll come up and eat you up.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'm not very good to eat, but my big brother will be along soon. He is much fatter and much tastier than I am. Why don't you wait for him?
Even fatter and tastier than you are? Then run along before I change my mind.
Well, when Big Billy Goat saw his brothers having a feast on that juicy green grass, He forgot about all the danger and decided to start across the bridge.
Who's making such a racket on my bridge?
It's me, Big Billy Goat. Who wants to know?
I want to know, what do you think you're doing on my bridge?
Going across the bridge just like my blanket.
I'm coming up there right now to eat you for lunch.
Come up and we'll settle for once and for all.
The troll, not used to being challenged, was furious, and he leapt up on the bridge and began yelling and screaming at the big Billy Goat Gruff.
How dare you talk to me like that? Get off this bridge this instant.
Then everything happened at once. Big Billy Goat lowered his horns, and the troll put up his hairy, scaly fist, and they rushed at each other. Crash, and then back up and rushed again. Ker-thump, and over went the troll into the river below. He was screaming and yelling as he was carried out of sight by the strong current. And now, the 3 Billy Goats Gruff can cross the bridge anytime they want. And there's no mean old troll to bother them. And they were all well fed and happy.